Screw the low taper fade. You know what meme is massive? Big Chungus. If you haven't seen Big Chungus in a long time, that's because you're not looking in the right place, because it's still absolutely massive. I don't think it's fully died down, and I feel like it definitely should be brought to 2025. It should definitely be in the big 2025, because that meme, it's so funny. And there's even modern adaptations. Here. I'll show you one.
I don't hold them all white.
This is where it gets good. Oh man, gets me every time. But Chungus, there's so many memes that could be made with Chungus. Wow, this is lagging. This is the first time I've played a new Fortnite season, by the way. Pretty hype. But let's talk Big Chungus. So let's start with a story. We're in story time right now. Back in 8th grade, I created a currency called Chungus bucks. It started with just a few prints here and there, and quickly ramped up to printing a dozen sheets a day and cutting them out and spending hours per day on these fake currency, on this fake currency that was used around my school. And it became such a big deal. There was counterfeits being made, and pretty much everybody knew about Chungus bucks. There was not many people in the school that didn't know about it, and if they didn't know about it, they were in the minority. It was a big thing. And at that time, Big Chungus was really funny. But even then, it was years, maybe a few years after Big Chungus had its peak. Which makes me think Big Chungus is one of those memes that could be popular at any time. And I don't feel like the time frame really depended, because at that point it was kind of like a dead meme. People were saying it was a dead meme, but it still became massive. And what I'm trying to say is, I think it still can be massive, because whenever somebody makes a meme about Big Chungus, I see it gets millions of views, it gets millions of likes, and it's just a low taper fade in that way. Like low taper fade, it's the same way. I see him with millions of likes, millions of views. And I think Big Chungus might be the same way. Back 2 years prior to this Chungus bucks, one of my friends made a video, and it's called Big Chungus Shooting Stars, and it combined the two memes. It also blew up, and that was 2 years earlier. Now, I don't have too many popular modern adaptations of Big Chungus, except for that one that I showed. I don't even want to say it, because I really don't like that meme. Hawk Tua. I really don't like it. I think that meme is just awful. Like, that should have never gotten popular. Wait, what's the inventory button, gang? Oh, there we go. But I do think that Big Chungus is insanely funny. Big Chungus, there's so many good jokes. I was thinking of one. So, Genghis Khan, it's actually pronounced Chungus, his first name. So I thought a good meme would be to put the face of Genghis Khan onto Big Chungus and call it Big Chungus. And that's just one of the ideas I'm workshopping here. I'm not going to leak any more of them, because I don't want people to take my content just because they're just so funny. And the Big Chungus meme it's actually like such a big deal that if I'm going to have the meme, I like to be mine and not somebody else taking my meme and not giving me credit, that kind of stuff. Because honestly, Big Chungus meme, it's huge. And I personally, I really like Big Chungus. I think Big Chungus is great. Whoever originally made Big Chungus, which is another story that I'm kind of interested about. I'd like to see a video on the origins of Big Chungus. I could probably create that. Oh my god, I'm missing my shots here. Gang, I kind of suck at Fortnite. I'm sorry. Oxford commas. But Big Chungus, let's get back on the topic here. Big Chungus, I think it could be a low taper fade. It could be brought back this year, and it could become massive. I don't know. I don't think Big Chungus has hit its peak yet. I think it's still yet to come. And that's ambitious to say, but I think it's going to become massive in the future. I'm calling it right now. I'm telling you all, there's a cryptocurrency called Chungus coin. I'm telling you all right now, invest a little bit in it, because it's going to become huge. It's going to be big low taper fade. And I've been talking about the low taper fade a lot these last couple days. Don't get me started on low taper fade, because I will talk about the low taper fade for hours. But also, Big Chungus is low taper fade in a lot of ways. It was an old meme that keeps getting revived. Low taper fade, I don't think that's not gonna die. At least anytime soon, it's not gonna die. And it's the same as Big Chungus. Like, if people make a Big Chungus meme, it doesn't matter when you see it. You're like, that's Big Chungus, and everybody knows him too. If you're watching this and you don't know who Big Chungus are, you must be living under a rock, and that rock clearly doesn't have Big Chungus on it. Big Chungus, that's a staple of my childhood. Like that, I've spent many an hour staring at that rabbit. It's rabbit season. That's what the guy says, that traps Big Chungus in the underground trapdoor or whatever. Then he says, "That'll hold him all right." And Big Chungus comes out and he does an imitation voice. And he's like, "That'll hold him all right." And then it's Big Chungus. What was that? Whoa, that's sick. I genuinely have not played this Fortnite season, so this is kind of interesting. It's like, at the same time as I'm talking about Big Chungus, I'm also experiencing Fortnite season, and I'm trying to decide which one to talk about. But the topic of the video is Big Chungus, so we need to talk about Big Chungus. So let's get back on it. Comment your favorite Big Chungus memes, because I've seen so many good ones. But I also feel like there's not enough, and it needs to come back so there can be more. Because I feel it has so much potential. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I think it has a ton of potential. I think honestly, it's one of the funniest memes I've ever seen. I said that about the low taper fade too, but also, is this a player? That is not a player. Who is this? Is that a player? No, gang. Is that a player? No, it's not a player. Typhoon Blade. Never seen that. Void Boon. Back on topic, Big Chungus. They added a skin actually to Fortnite called Big Chungus, which is clearly based on Big Chungus. Clearly. I'm not kidding, it actually was based on Big Chungus. So, Big Chungus basically, he's massive. Whoa. Whoa, this is kind of crazy, gang. I don't know what the sigma this does. I feel like I don't really want it. Yo. Oh, you can teleport. I don't feel like figuring that out right now. But I feel like just like the term Chungus in general could just be also massive. What is this? Weird. What's crazy is that low taper fade meme. It's still massive. We're back on low taper fade. But you know what's crazy? That Big Chungus meme. Massive. Who created the Big Chungus? That's what I'm wondering. I feel like I know a decent amount about Big Chungus, but I also feel like I haven't seen like the original creator. I just see other people's memes. When are we going to bring that back? We need to select a few memes to bring back for 2025. 2025 should be like the all-stars year, where the memes of this year are like the best memes from other years. We could bring back the Doge. You know, you remember Doge? We could bring back Ugandan Knuckles. We could bring all that stuff back. Some of those are actually good. We could bring bring back the boy meme, BOI. People don't say that enough. I feel like boy. People used to do that. They used to go like this. You see what I'm doing with my hand? They used to do that. They used to go boy. But the people don't do that anymore. And it would be cool in the Big 25 if people did that. I'd like to see at least one person on this video mix this into your vocabulary. Go. Somebody does something stupid. Maybe you say bruh. No. Boy. It doesn't make a ton of sense, but do any memes really make a ton of sense? Do they? No, they don't. What?